We're back.
Hiya, Hubie. Hey, we're looking for a friend of yours named Travis.
Hell, I've never heard of him.
Never? Wrong answer, wrong answer.
I never made it with another sergeant before.
Shut up, Riggs.
Hello, car 54, where are you?
The only thing they do contribute is mayhem and chaos.
No, I'm chaos and he's mayhem.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover in a Silver Pictures production of a Richard Donner film. Lethal Weapon 3.
We're back!
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Yeah. You think I could get a gun this time?
No.
Welcome to a movie film commentary track. My name is Zaki Hassan. I'm here with Brian Hall.
Hey, how's it going, Zaki?
You know, it's going well, but I have a feeling it's about to get better.
The magic is back?
The magic is ever back whenever we get to revisit Riggs and Murtaugh.
Oh, yeah. Always.
So we've been working our way slowly, gradually through the Lethal Weapon movies.
Mm-hmm. And we were looking for something to do this week, and there was a couple things in mind. And then as soon as Zaki said, what about Lethal Weapon 3? What if we go back into that universe? I was like, that's it. That's the pick me up I need right now. That's perfect.
Right away. We were like, okay.
Yes.
And this month we have managed to let all of March skate by without doing a single commentary track.
Yeah, I mean, for people who are listening to this kind of in release order, it's been kind of a tricky month for both of us with scheduling and everything, and we appreciate everyone's patience, of course. But it just meant less commentaries and more reviews of current releases and things. So it's nice to be doing one of these again. This feels like comfort food.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way to close out the month. This is the third Lethal Weapon film, not necessarily the most well-regarded.
Yeah, I've mentioned a couple times, this is the one I remember the least.
Right.
You know, there are parts in this that I know so well, and other parts, literally, I've seen this, I mean, probably within the past several years at least. Yeah. And there are certain parts I'm like, I don't remember this at all. I don't know why. This one doesn't stick like the others for some weird reason.
And yet it is, out of all four Lethal Weapon films, the most successful in terms of raw box office.
Wow.
So certainly that's a testament to the goodwill that had been built up over the previous two films. I will always have a soft spot for any of these. And, for me, as I said at the start of this discussion, there's never a bad time to revisit the current existing adventures of Riggs and Murtaugh.
I agree.
Emphasis on current existing. I want to have that be like a stick pin in time. I don't know what the future looks like.
I see. You're future proofing. Very good. Very good.
The existing as of March 2026 episode.
This is why you're the brains of the operation, Zaki.
Of the cinematic Riggs and Murtaugh.
Right.
Which would be just 4. So we're watching Lethal Weapon 3. I'm queued up. I'm ready. What about you, Brian?
I'm ready.
If you want to watch along with us, you certainly can do that. However, I'd like to say if you want to get the full commentary experience minus any ads, I would recommend hitting up our Patreon. Right, Brian?
That's right. Over at patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast for only $5 a month. It's all the episodes and all the commentaries absolutely ad-free. So nothing butting into the conversation here, or especially if you're trying to play this commentary along with the movie.
If you want to have the same experience we are, then certainly Patreon is the best way to do that. If not, we'll try to make sure it's something interesting you can listen to in your car ride or while you're jogging. Try to keep the conversation engaging. I can't guarantee we'll have a rapid fire banter a la Riggs and Murtaugh, but we will certainly try.
Oh yeah.
We may end up comparing injuries halfway through, and then you don't know where this thing is going to go.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll have to see. All right, I'm ready. What about you, Brian?
I'm ready.
All right, so we'll do the usual thing. We'll do our thing, which is 1, 2, 3, play. We don't. No
yeah. Good. That's nice.
So here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, play.
I have to say, that whenever I watch these movies, I definitely start hearing a saxophone in my head. You know, meow, 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 meow. And so I was watching this at home, and I put it on pause to go get some food. And I've been working so much, I hadn't been to the grocery store in a while. And I opened up my cabinet, and there was basically nothing in there but like a can of peanuts or something. And I just went, meow, 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 meow. The sad, empty policeman's snack cabinet.
that Murtaugh music.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a pretty stylish opening here. I'd forgotten about this. The Flaming Three.
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the song by Sting.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's interesting that Eric Clapton also, it's not like, and featuring Eric Clapton, and he contributed some licks or something to some of the music. It's like, no, he's credited, music by Kamen and right?
Yeah.
And
David Sanborn.
Yeah, and then Eric Clapton. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, well, I think that's a testament to the musical identity that really had been well established by the time we got to movie 3.
Yeah.
Because Eric Clapton, he's involved in all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a party without him.
Yeah.
So this opening sequence here, this is actually shot in Orlando, Florida.
Right.
Essentially, they were going to demolish City Hall, and so they just put it out to Hollywood. Hey, we got to demolish this building if anybody want to put it in a movie or something. And so Warner Brothers, I guess they just jumped fastest.
Perfect. Right? Don't need to build any models or, it reminds me of, what's the other one? Dark Knight, right? Where they had that hospital they had a building that was going to be demolished in Chicago, and then they made it look like a hospital and
that's right.
Used it for the film. But it looks great.
Well, and the nice thing is by now we're 3 movies in, and the formula is so well established that we can just have Riggs and Murtaugh roll up, and we know hilarity is probably going to ensue.
I know. I remember for Lethal Weapon 2, I was saying how much I love the sort of cold open of that one, where it's just this really crazy high energy. Like Riggs is just pounding the top of the car. He's so worked up while they're in the middle of like a car chase.
Right.
And this one, it's funny because each movie, I think each one has its own sort of grit.
Yeah.
But as they go along, they become more and more comedies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that one felt kind of, fast and visceral and dangerous, but also these guys, he's going crazy, and we're smiling at that, and we can tell that Murtaugh's a little like, hey, easy, But in this one, it's just these 2 guys rolling up. There's a bomb in a building, and they're going to go inside even though they shouldn't, and we just know that this is going to be fun, Like that's where we're at now in this series.
Yeah. Yeah. This whole cold open. They shot it first, and it allowed basically the first teaser was just this whole sequence almost.
Yeah, I looked that up. Yeah.
And then they did something similar for the 4th one.
It's perfect. And it doesn't really give away the movie at all.
I think it tells you what you need to know about another one. They're not shaking the Etch-a-Sketch too much.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this is extremely idiotic what Riggs does. Right?
I was actually thinking that there really is no good reason for him to be doing this.
Yeah. It's like, ridiculously reckless.
I mean, all you had to add was them watching and him wanting to go in, and then you hear something over the radio, where the hell's the bomb squad? It's like, man, they're caught up on, the freeway. They're trying their best, maybe 10 minutes, earliest. And he's like, ooh, that's not good. It's up to us, and then they go inside or something.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny to me is that we've got this sequence here. And then of course, the post-credit scene, right?
Yes. Which I was a surprise. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. Lethal Weapon was doing the post-credit scenes way before the MCU got around, right?
Yeah.
But we never again go back to the fact that there's a mad bomber in the city.
Right.
Seems important,
That's who the person in the opening of 4 should have been. That person with the flamethrower.
The same guy.
Yeah, like, oh yeah. They should have even been like, oh yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, from like 6 years ago. Yeah.
Right.
It's very funny.
Which, speaking of, I hadn't really thought about it much, but I guess if the first one was in 1987, right?
Correct.
And then the last one was 98.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty 4 movies in just about 10 years.
Yeah.
That I don't remember that, I feeling full or something, but that's quite a gift to fans in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is what I remember most is feeling the gap between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Which was considerable given that we were used to these things on like a 2 to 3 year, window.
Yeah. And 4 was the first one I saw in theaters.
Same.
Because I was 18 that year. And so these were either something I'd seen on TV or maybe rented this one.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at the progression of these films, what I say all the time is that, by the time we get to movie 3, it's sort of like season 5 of the TV show.
Yes.
We're very comfortable, and
a lot of shorthand, especially with Riggs and Murtaugh's family,
So
him
much
and
so, yeah.
the kids and everything.
And then movie 4, excuse me, that's like the reunion movie. That's the Very Brady Christmas.
That is so it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's got a real relaxed tone, pace to it and everything. It's just them kind of having fun. And there's also a story.
Exactly. Now this right here, when the building falls, if you listen very closely, you can hear King Kong from the 1976 movie.
Oh, really?
As the building is coming down. Now I know that movie very well.
Uh-huh.
So as this building coming down, I hear Kong roaring.
Wow. Good
And
ear.
that is indeed, they used that audio.
I love stuff like that. And by the way, I did not know or remember that this movie was shot by Jan de Bont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like right off the bat, I was like, this is gorgeous.
It's got to look.
Yeah. And then when I saw the credit, I was like, right. I had no idea. And you just get this, I don't even know how to describe it. Just like, I love his colors. I love his lights. I love his lens flares. I just love his sensibility, and it makes this movie really beautiful.
And it's very, oh, by the way, the guy on the left, the one who says bravo, that's the mayor of Orlando.
Oh, that's great. That's fun.
Yeah.
Man, just a win-win all around for him.
Yeah, right?
Building was going to get demolished. I feel like the movie paid for the demolition then because they set it off. So then they didn't have to handle that. And he gets a cameo in one of the biggest movies of the year.
I love the cut from that to them in their patrol blues.
Yes.
It's just so funny to me.
Yeah, it is funny seeing them in these uniforms. It almost looks like a police academy movie or something.
Right? Your feet are killing me too, because I gotta hear you bitch about them.
But you're right. This is such like a later season of a show where we know everybody, and then we get these like fun sort of domestic things now, where he's like, "Are you wearing a girdle?" Yeah, like just
he's like, "Does Trish know about this?"
Yeah. Yeah, actually, and when they're harassing that jaywalker in a second here, just watching them cackle together, I took a picture and I sent it to you because I had like a long week. I'm working this job that's like long hours, working on weekends a bit, and I've just been kind of tired and run down. And I was watching this movie. I like this movie, but I was watching it a bit out of obligation for this commentary. And then it came to that moment, and they were just cracking each other up, looking so joyful on screen. And I took a picture and sent it to you. And I was like, man, I forgot. These characters are a happy place.
Seriously.
Just their rapport. And it's magical.
It really is. Yeah. I think that's the reason this movie did so well is because what you said, it's kind of a happy place,
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, right? Like, there's something very normal about like, oh, it's just a movie about a pair of cops who get into adventures. That seems like sort of out of step with our movie going environment today.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And the idea that something so simple, a premise so simple, could end up being a blockbuster franchise and really one of Warner Brothers' tent poles at this moment.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me.
Yeah. I mean, and just the casting. Right. I mean, you switch one of them and it may work, but you don't get this. You don't get that thing where I'm taking a picture because it's making me so happy.
This right here.
This, yes. Just cracking each other up.
Well, I think that's what people like about these movies is that Riggs and Murtaugh love each other.
Yes.
And like there's no serious notion that they're going to have a falling out or anything like that. No, they're thick as thieves,
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how it is,
And these movies become more and more of a hang.
Yeah.
As they go along too.
Well, I think this third one is especially that, and I think that was to some extent by design by Richard Donner. I think during the process of putting the script together, Jeffrey Boehm, who came in initially, wanted more of a focus on the villains. I think we would agree that the bad guy and his scheme is the weakest probably in the series,
and maybe part of the reason why I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like I remember some of the sequences, like this and some of the gags and things, but I couldn't have told you what the plot was of this before I rewatched it. I couldn't remember.
And I don't even think that's a failing of Stuart Wilson, who plays Jack Travis. He's fine.
Yeah.
I just think, in the first one you had, Mr. Joshua, who was a great foil for Riggs, and in the second one you had Arjun Rudd and Adolf, like
very memorable, yeah,
very memorable, right? And I don't think you get that here, and I think to some extent that Donner wanted this to be more of sort of like a week in the life. This is Murtaugh's last week, and sort of treat it more episodic.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that was the right way to go or not, I think that's why we end up with what we do. And the one thing I will say is it is different,
Mm-hmm.
And so that is nice,
And I really enjoyed watching it, right? Yeah.
Because that's something Jeffrey Boehm talked about, where he wasn't thrilled with the movie as it turned out, but he said, people enjoyed it. And that's good, like,
Sure.
And he wasn't being dismissive. He's like that's okay too, to just make something that people go see and they enjoy it and they like it,
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And he had worked on some of the previous ones too, right?
He worked on the second one, as did Robert Mark Kamen. Robert Mark Kamen did a uncredited rewrite on the second one. And then he came back to do work on this one, but he's like, well, I want to be credited. And so if you saw the credits, it's really weird. It's like screenplay by Jeffrey Boehm and Robert Mark Kamen, based on a story by it's like, and even Boehm was like, what the hell? Like,
right.
He's credited 3 times,
Yeah. Screenwriting credits can be really wonky.
Yeah.
And then there could be all sorts of people. Well, speaking of, Carrie Fisher did a pass on this
one. That's right.
But she's not credited. It's a very weird thing. A lot of times people do get paid good money to script doctor things, and they may put in some of your favorite lines or moments in the movie or make characters, as special as they become, but they don't receive any credit.
Yeah.
This is just so different. Everything that Murtaugh's dealing with that woman and the, whatever, the
armored truck.
Armored truck, yeah. But and that's got to be kind of interesting for Shane Black, right? Because with the first movie, there's definitely fun to be had, but it is a pretty gritty film.
Yeah,
right. There's a lot of edginess to it and drama, and darkness, and finding the light in darkness. And as these movies continue to go along, Shane Black did write a script for Lethal Weapon 2, but then that gets polished up a little bit and made a bit more fun. And then you get 3 here with, what we wind up with. And I wonder, I don't know if he's ever even spoken about that, his original intention and how they've just, every film, there has been an attempt to soften them, and they do get softer as they go along. And I wonder how he's felt about that.
I know he wasn't thrilled about the fact that they kept going. Obviously he wanted to kill Riggs at the end of the second one.
Right.
And, I think we talked about this before. His script for the sequel, which I forget the name, but it wasn't Lethal Weapon 2. It was called something else, which kind of makes sense because in his, articulation, the lethal weapon is Riggs in movie 1. And he's no longer that by the time when the movie ends. but of course that, the title came to represent the two of these guys together, as a brand.
Right.
So I don't think they even approached him for the third one, or if they did, he very quickly was like, nope, no thanks.
Sure. Yep.
And that too, right? I mean, a screenwriter doesn't really get to retain ownership of the how a property is developed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to some extent, he had to let it go, and it became the collective property of Joel Silver and Richard Donner and
Sure.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and just everything it became. So Shane Black sort of got the boat underway, but he had to sort of watch from the shore.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Like Joe Pesci originally, Leo was not included in this film.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. And that feels very Donner, right? Like it seems like he likes things to feel like family affairs.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially with this series. And so it's like, well, how can we do this without having him involved?
Yeah.
Leo Getz.
I think there was probably a line of dialogue that was like, yeah, Leo went to, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, we got to get him back. And that's why Leo, it feels like a last minute sort of rewrite situation where he basically has like 4 scenes in the movie,
Yeah, I knew that as I was watching it. Like I just read about it, and you can tell, you know, he basically gives them information that they could get from anyone or kind of discover themselves. But it is fun. But then we do get his energy and the interactions and some fun stuff from him. So, it's nice. He's in the family.
Yeah, well, I think that's what makes these films what made them successful back then, but I also would offer it's what makes them very rewatchable this many decades later, is that there's this remarkable consistency in front of and behind the camera, and it really does feel like you're watching a TV series to some extent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting too, thinking about Joe Pesci in this moment. Goodfellas has already happened, Casino will be happening, and I just think of him as someone that you just do not mess with. Right. He's like such a hothead, and you do not piss him off, or he'll
Home Alone, of course.
And it's just funny that he's such a punching bag,
right,
of a character in these films. Just all he does is get bullied by these guys, and literally physically pushed around, and it's just it's such a different energy from him. And I don't know what Joe Pesci's like in real life, but you just wonder if he's having fun doing that, or if that feels weird for him. Feels like usually he'd punch back.
I would think that for him, there was something fun about getting to play a comedic character.
Totally.
Because he was so known for being tough guys,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's just funny. I mean, I think of Goodfellas, that scene where that kid pushes back in that, poker game. And the dread I feel, because it's like, dude, just don't talk to Joe Pesci that way. Like, So it's just so different watching him in this mode.
Yeah. Yeah, this right here, we're just shoving it back.
Yeah. Hey, don't touch me. Yeah. Yeah. And it was funny. I hadn't thought about it, but I was reading this somewhere that this is the only movie where the bad guys don't wind up destroying Murtaugh's house, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They got a break in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it gets completely wrecked in the next one. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of funny, too. We still get this beginning in the 80s. We got Mel Gibson mullet.
That's right.
Is this the one with maybe the most epic mullet?
I would say that this is the most...
like a mane.
I think 2 is the most mullety, because this to me, it looks like long hair.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion before. Like, I'm very particular about what constitutes a mullet.
Mm-hmm.
To me, number 2 is the most business and front party in the back.
Sure. But it's definitely epic.
Yes, that is for sure.
Yeah, but then in 4, we get something a little more trim.
Yeah, I think with 4, what it came down to is that the deal came together so quickly that there just wasn't time for him to grow his hair out.
Mm.
And I say good because every hair has its season.
Yeah, exactly. But it's maybe one of my favorite moments in the entire series.
Word, Riggs. Word, Raj.
Word, Raj. I just have to see it. I love the way that it just so naturally comes back. Oh, word, Raj. Like that, they're just so connected.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just so sweet,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I think the Riggs and Murtaugh relationship, I think we get one of the best scenes in the whole series later in this movie.
Which one?
When they're on the boat.
Yeah.
And I think you only get there because the first two films did such a good job of really, ingratiating these characters to us.
Mm-hmm.
So Stuart Wilson here, I've said before, he's the villain in The Mask of Zorro.
Right.
He's Don Raphael. And then his right-hand man is played by Nick Chinland, who's the villain in the second Zorro, Legend of Zorro.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, we'll see him in just a little bit. I think he's in a later scene. But
I don't think I noted that.
yeah, I'll point him out.
I got to say, I remember ever since seeing Dick Tracy when I was really young.
Yeah.
One of the most horrifying things that I can imagine is
not the bath, big boy, not the bath.
Yes, being buried in wet cement.
Yeah.
And like basically someone, knocking you off and putting you in a box and dropping cement on you. Like that just is such a horrifying concept to me.
Yeah.
So seeing this guy that happened to him and just like a group of people standing around watching, it's like so dark.
See, it's funny how, like, in the shorthand. Oh, see, the guy on the right there with the sunglasses, right? He's that, that Christian supremacist guy in Legend of Zorro.
Oh man,
with the cross carved in his cheek.
I do remember him, but I don't know that I would have put that together.
The nitroglycerin drops on his head. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So each of the movies has to have that scene early on where we establish that the villains are psychotic. Right?
It's like the opposite Save the Cat. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we get in the first one, it's where Mr. Joshua has they put the fire on his arm, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second one, we have, Mr. Rudd, he has the guy shot on the drop cloth.
Yep. Oh, right. Yes.
These guys are just, they have no compunctions. And then we get this, drop Billy in the
bath.
Or Billy's the other guy. This guy, whatever his name is. In the cement.
Yeah.
And then just to prove he's bad, he's like, "Hey, stick around. You can carve your initials in this."
Yes, I mean that's pretty good. If I was writing that scene and I was like burying a guy in cement, that's a perfect thing for the villain to say, to go, "Ooh, that guy's got to pay." I like the whole runner here too with the cigarettes. This feels kind of like entering into the 90s now, right? Because everybody in the 80s was smoking with abandon, right? And
that's right.
Now it was like, I'm just trying to quit. It became like a gag for a lot of hard characters.
See, the real takeaway in this film is that whenever Riggs and Murtaugh separate, bad stuff happens.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? Murtaugh goes away here, and then Riggs gets involved in this. And then the other one, Murtaugh's making the burger, and then Riggs gets involved in the gang shooting thing.
That's true. So
this,
I do love this,
Steven
though.
Spielberg wannabe, this guy here.
Yeah, right. Look at that flare, though, too. I'll see you, DeBont. But I just love that. I love characters where like heroes don't think, they just act heroically.
Yeah.
And like him seeing, what's her name, Rene?
Yep.
Seemingly in trouble, and he just drops whatever he's doing mid-conversation and races across the street and leaps on a person to protect her. I love that.
Now, worth mentioning, in the original script, first the Lorna Cole character was a man.
Yes, interesting.
And Riggs was in a relationship with Rene.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I don't know,
gross.
That's good change.
Yeah, so that Richard Donner was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Very smart, because she's a teenager in the first movie, so I don't think audiences would have liked that. I don't know. I mean,
well, she's like family. She's young and family, and it's something about it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and the idea of like trying to hide it from Raj, like, none of that would have worked. So the only like kind of remnant of that is later in the movie where he thinks, where Raj suspects that Riggs is having a relationship with Rene.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cole character would have been kind of a mirror image of Riggs,
which is an interesting idea.
It is, but I also say if he's not a love interest, like what purpose does he serve in the story?
No, I agree. I mean, it could be an interesting, I don't know, foil or something that trips him up.
Yeah,
someone who is as impulsive or crazy as he is. That's just an interesting idea. I don't know what you do with it necessarily, but I think switching that up a little bit and getting Lorna out of that is much better.
In the television show, after they killed off the Riggs character, they had Sean William Scott in the third season playing Wesley Cole, and I wonder, like, was it Wesley Cole in the earliest drafts?
Oh, interesting.
I
don't know, man. That feels like a dream, doesn't it?
It really does.
There was a Lethal Weapon TV series.
Things were going swimmingly until everything exploded at once.
I know. And that's the thing, right? I mean, we love these movies so much. We were skeptical, but we both liked it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was pretty good for a while there.
Yeah, it was good doing its own thing, and then unfortunately, did not pan out. And that's for the best because I think these movies get to just be their own thing.
Yeah. But the dog treat thing, by the way, is something that I remember from this series, but I couldn't tell you what movie it's in, and it just makes a lot of sense that it's in 3 because I don't know why I don't remember it.
Yeah, this bit here where Raj's gun goes off,
so good.
It's such a great moment, right? Just everything about it, like the way Riggs reacts, just the look that he shares with Raj.
Yeah,
like Riggs right away,
immediately.
Yep.
One of my, like I'm saying, my favorite kind of heroes, the people that just they don't even need a second. They just do the thing to defend the person.
Yeah.
That's his instinct, is to leap right into it and to cover it so nobody knows what happened.
Yeah.
It's great.
And that's Riggs's rep.
Right.
So nobody even questions it.
Loose cannon. Riggs is Riggsing again.
He's Riggsing. See, this piece here, I was thinking about how watching it felt like something where in an earlier draft, this would have been a briefing that they all get. And then during the process of rewrites, it's like, wait, what? We should give this business to Riggs and Murtaugh and have that. You know what I mean? Doesn't it feel like that?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's really astute. I bet you're right. And then this poor rookie kid.
I know.
It's funny because again, I
Officer Dead Meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really remember him.
Okay.
And I was like, no way are they going to do the thing that it just feels so obviously like they're going to do with him. And then he really is just like, oh, they did it.
Hey, Officer Riggs and Murtaugh, can I go with you?
Yeah.
It's my birthday. I'm 21 today. Or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of anything.
There's Miguel A. Nunez, by the way, who's just got like I know him as, he's been in a million things. He's Juana Man, for goodness sake.
Hey, kids, you remember Juana Man? Oh, man. I love that this just, in my mind, reminds me of him doing the "Have a nice day."
Yep.
Thing in the first one. But the cop killers, I remember this. The bullets.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
See, what's kind of interesting is that this movie comes out summer of 92, right in the vicinity of the LA riots.
Oh, that's right.
Right, not the best moment for the LAPD, right?
That is a great point. Yep.
Right, and I was thinking, obviously they couldn't have anticipated any of that, but I'm just like, man, how did they navigate all that, right? Because when were the LA riots? It was like early part of 92.
April 20-something, 1992. I think that's a Sublime song. Yeah.
Just a few months later,
Wow. That's all these years later. I just, and I was so young, I wasn't placing these things in context together. Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what else? Speaking of, I was going to save this for later, but I thought this was interesting. There's a lot of similarities between this movie and Speed, which Speed would be shooting right now, right? Because it came out. Or no. I was thinking this was 93. This is 92.
Yeah.
Speed's 2 years from now, Jan de Bont even. But the villain is revealed to be a corrupt former cop. There's a chase on the 105 freeway while it's under construction by LAX. There's a gap in the freeway that proves to be a problem for our hero.
Oh, how funny.
And there's a chase using the LA subway system.
Jeez.
Which some people don't even know there's an LA subway system. You know, like I was like, well, that's a lot of
including
interesting
characters in this movie.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually called out. We have a subway? Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's very random.
Yeah. And then the DP of this movie would go on to direct Speed.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
That's
whole
all.
bit very funny here.
This is fun, yeah. I was liking the blocking in this too. Them there, you know, taking up 2/3 of the frame and her kind of out of focus in the back listening to them.
I just love the whole, like, Riggs sees that she's in internal affairs, so he just wants to screw with Raj. That's just his natural instinct.
Right, I know. Rene Russo, she's great. Right?
I love her. Yeah.
She pops up every now and then, but I don't know. Hopefully she's living the good life.
Yeah, we've ended up talking through a lot of her 1990s output.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and yeah, I mean, she's so perfect in this role, right? Like, you know, when we did part 2, we were talking about how Patsy Kensit was supposed to survive the movie, and it's like, well, no, I mean, he's got to end up with Lorna. You know, she's such like the perfect match for Riggs. You know.
That is so funny. Him like turning him around in the elevator and basically
hilarious.
like putting his body against him.
Yeah,
against
it's
the
so
wall.
funny. He's trying to do it again. He pulls him back.
Yeah.
I love the subtle thing about Travis where you see him, he's just turning away from the cameras. You know,
I didn't even notice that. I mean, I know they pointed out later, but I didn't notice it in this.
If
scene,
you watch, it's just a neat little thing, you know?
That's good.
See, I love, now we've talked before, Steve Kahn as Captain Murphy. I love Captain Murphy. And scenes like this are why I love Captain Murphy, because he's not the cigar chomping.
Yes.
Oh, you idiots. You know, no, he's got their back. He always has their back.
Yep. And he's got a booming voice and he's not to be messed with. But yeah, he believes in his guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to mention this every Lethal Weapon commentary, but I was lucky enough when we were developing a show called Sucker Punch and Leroy, a cop show. Someone connected us with him and we asked him to play the heavy, you know, police chief character in that show. And he had lunch with us and was like totally into it. And it was really special. Blew my mind. Especially
now. I mean, he's been gone for, 5-6 years now. So it's like you truly had a special experience, you know?
Yeah. Having lunch with him. And people who are listening to this in a row are going to be like, he's telling the story again. But basically, he was like name checking all these older movies I hadn't seen, like these old Westerns and things. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen it. Because I wasn't going to lie. I wanted to be honest and be like, well, I'll check it out if you recommend it. And then he listed some movie and he's like, oh, I haven't seen it. And at one point he goes, who the F is this guy? And I loved it.
Yeah, but people listening in a row, it's Brian's like, I had breakfast with Steve Kahn. It's like, okay, Grandpa.
Yes, exactly.
Get to bed.
It's like, yeah. John F. Kennedy drove through my town. Just tell that story every day. There's just something fun. I someday in my life, I know it'll never happen, but it would be nice to have my badge taken away and then tossed back at me. Wouldn't that be a fun sensation to have? You know,
right. What a bastard that Jack Travis is. Son of a bitch.
Right in a police station, no less.
I know. He needs to get his uppance.
I sure hope he does.
See that like subtle thing where he just kind of covers his head, like,
yeah, it's good.
You know,
when you rewatch it, pays off. That guy, by the way, who just got shot, what's his name?
Billy?
Mark Pellegrino.
Oh, okay,
I remember him from Mulholland Drive. He's got a very familiar face. You know, he's a Big Lebowski. One of those guys, you know?
One of those guys, okay.
Yeah. By the way, this was interesting. I was looking up, box office stuff. And like you said, this was the most successful one. This has a budget of $35 million, which is amazing to think about these days. But
that's like Blair Witch money.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Now, yeah.
And it made a little over 300 million worldwide, and it grossed 33 million domestically in its opening weekend, which was the most for any R-rated movie. It passed Terminator 2.
Wow.
That's in that moment. I mean, just 1 year later, that's pretty amazing.
See, what I'm wondering, is this one of those rare instances where you've got like an action franchise where every single one is rated R?
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Was Beverly Hills Cop 2 PG-13?
That is a good question.
Probably not, is my guess, with Eddie Murphy just letting him do his thing.
Right. But what about?
But I know what you're saying, because usually then when something's very popular, then the next one's PG-13 so they can get more money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they did that with Die Hard and.
Right. Oh, yeah. By 4.
Yeah.
It
Die
was-
Hard 4.
yeah.
Terminator 4 was PG-13. You know?
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to see if Beverly Hills Cop 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Nobody remembers.
Nobody. Really? Yeah, so this scene here, it feels very much like they could have easily found another way to get exposit this info.
Yes, yes.
But we just wheel in Joe Pesci. He does his thing, you know?
Yeah, it's fun coming out of him. By the way, so speaking of Jeffrey Boehm, I was looking up his credits. It's so interesting how varied they are. I mean, he did The Dead Zone.
Yep.
And then Inner Space. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either.
That is something I would be really interested to revisit, because I remember liking that when I was a kid, but it's a really wacky movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since the 80s.
I mean, it's produced by well, I guess this isn't that unusual because of Gremlins, but it's produced by Steven Spielberg, directed by Joe Dante.
Mm-hmm.
So it has that funny mix of tones, you know, sort of 80s adventure sort of thing, but also like a little bit of weirdness and Looney Tunes kind of fun happening in it.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys, Funny Farm with Chevy Chase. And then after that is Last Crusade.
Yeah.
And Lethal Weapon 2 and 3. So it's just very interesting.
And The Phantom in 1996.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Jeffrey Boehm, R.I.P.
I was gonna say,
Hell of a catalog.
Absolutely. Yeah. He passed away in the year 2000.
Joe Pesci too, right? He had this in the summer, and then he had Home Alone 2 in the winter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, this was an amazing run. When was My Cousin Vinny? That was somewhere around here.
That was 92. Also early 92.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's another movie that I feel like I'm noticing, at least in my world, coming back up again. A lot of people revisiting that and being like, hey, have you seen My Cousin Vinny? I rewatched that recently, and it definitely holds up. It's a really great movie.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love Fred Gwynn in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
What's
Gambini. What's a Ute? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have passed away like very shortly after that movie came out, I feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was Herman Munster for people who...
Yeah.
The judge in My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah. That's so funny. Just this morning, my friend Chad, his ringer on his phone is the Munsters theme song.
Really?
Yeah, and I was hearing it this morning, and I was remembering that Rob Zombie wrote and directed a Munsters movie.
That's right.
This decade. You know?
Yeah,
like
that's right.
It's easy to did that even? I know it's out, but it just feels like it never happened.
Did it go straight to video?
I don't
straight
know.
to streaming or whatever.
Not sure.
Well, do you remember that Brian Fuller, the Mockingbird Lane?
Yes, a
with
series.
Jerry O'Connell. Yeah, it was just a pilot.
Yeah.
Eddie Izzard was grandpa. That's weird. Like, they've tried so many times to dig up the Munsters.
Isn't that funny? But the Addams Family tends to work.
Yeah.
When they bring it back, you know, that now it's an animated thing right now.
Well, I feel like the Munsters is so tied in with the way those original actors did it.
Yeah, that's true.
But there was a show in the 80s called The Munsters Today, which lasted like 5 seasons.
Really?
and no one remembers it.
No.
Yeah. Like it lasted a syndication number of episodes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it's like it's a direct sequel. It's like it doesn't have the original cast, but it's like some like a spell or something, and then the monsters go into hibernation and they wake up in the 80s, and then we just pick up where they left off.
How funny. And then they're like riding skateboards and
I mean, kind of
hanging at the mall.
So anyway, there's our monsters talk and our lethal weapon commentary.
Yeah, that's about all you're gonna get. I love stuff like this in movies where it just feels like our heroes entering like a really huge situation.
Yeah.
Like, so here it's like a hockey game because it's fun. It's fun to see because it's such a big setting and there's a lot of people and it feels like, I don't know, epic in its own sort of way.
Yeah.
But then I also love thinking like, man, how'd they pull this off? Like, so they were like, if you were just going to this hockey game and they were, during like, between periods or something, and they're just like, all right, they're filming a movie, don't look at the camera. And then you're just seeing like Mel Gibson with a gun running across like the middle of the hockey rink. Like that would be so fun to witness.
Well, it's like with The Dark Knight Rises, right? Where they had the football game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Actually, I worked with two guys who were at that shoot.
With The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, The Dark Knight Rises. And they were talking about that. It was cool being there.
So you're sitting in the audience, and then there's Tom Hardy as Bane, who you have no idea who that is. And he's just like,
yeah. You know what? I don't know what the heck's going on, but I'm sure it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, and not just muffled, but
yeah.
Like, and then you see a scientist get shot, and you're like, what? Like,
yep, that's right.
Yeah. But this, you know what I mean? Like all these people, and Joe Pesci's been shot in the middle of the ice. Like it just, I don't know. It'd be so cool to witness.
Well, I think that gets to something I've mentioned before about how I just love just the LA-ness of all of these movies.
Me too. I mean, definitely. Yeah.
It's shot on location. It's not Vancouver,
mm-hmm.
you know, and there's just something very local about it.
Yep. You can feel it. You can feel it in its bones.
And I would imagine that helps too. Is we want to shoot a Lethal Weapon movie? Okay, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to articulate what it is, the feeling that I'm feeling about the hockey thing, and I think what it is, a lot of times in movies, everything is recreated. Yeah. It's like a stage, or it's like a football game, but they can't fill the whole place, so you're only seeing a corner of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and so. And you can squint and let the movie convince you of what it is, and you just roll with it. But this actually has that feeling of, oh wow, they invaded an actual hockey game filled with fans and players on the ice, and it just feels that much bigger in scope for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a little bit like the sixth Rocky movie, Rocky Balboa, where they basically shot it in between rounds of an actual boxing match.
Right.
So that is a real boxing crowd watching Rocky Balboa,
Yeah. It's very cool. And by the way, so this abuse basically that they're doling out to him, where he's like basically even kind of grazed on the arm with a bullet. Yeah. And just he could leave right then. But then they're telling the doctor like, no, he needs to be here for 2 days. And actually give me the chart. They're putting down proctology exams and all sorts of things. It's kind of a fine line, right? Because if they played it a little differently, or if Pesci played it a little differently, you could be like, man, these guys are cruel.
Right.
But somehow, and it is cruel, but you're also still shaking your head and laughing.
It's just good, clean fun, at least.
Right, somehow. Yeah.
Through a specific lens, yeah.
Yeah, through a specific lens. Yeah.
See, so this whole the storyline that we're going into here, it feels very, again, like this is the episode with the Rod storyline,
Mm-hmm.
His angst, and I think it makes for actually a great arc for him, where it's his last week and he's involved in this shooting that he has to grapple with. I think it's great,
Yep, this tied with his son.
Yeah, and it's very, I think that's part of the beast when it comes to putting these movies together, is you have to give everyone involved sort of a reason to show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Right. And the first two movies are really, I mean, they're Riggs' show and Raj is important, but I mean, he's sort of ancillary to the Riggs storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And, Riggs gets a good storyline in this, but I think there was more opportunity for growth with Raj.
Right.
So I'm glad that they leaned into that.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of heavy business to deal with in this movie.
Yeah. All this whole, gangbangers with guns and stuff, it feels very much of that moment, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, right down to the way that they're dressed.
Yep.
It makes me think of like when I was enjoying like NWA and all that music back then.
Yeah, right. Boys in the Hood, that was right around here.
Yep. It's I've talked about this before where sometimes when you watch movies from the 50s, obviously, when they're in black and white, 60s, 70s kind of have like a washed out color palette. You can easily place a movie in the 70s, right? And even the 80s. But then movies have like a certain film stock that like holds up really well and they preserve them really well. And we watch them in 4K.
Yeah.
And this movie looks stunning.
Yeah.
In
it really
4K.
Does. Yeah.
So it becomes a little different where it looks like it could have been shot yesterday, but we are seeing people in a period.
Right.
This was shot over 30 years ago.
That's right. Yeah.
It's kind of does that make any sense what I'm saying?
No, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that giving Raj this storyline was really important, right? As a black man, he has to reckon with not only the toll of gang violence, but his part in, what Riggs says here, right? It was a good shoot.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than done.
Yep.
Right. Irrespective of Daryl being Nick's friend, it's just, as a black man, he has to hold both of these truths in his hand,
Mm-hmm.
And that's terrific. And man, Danny Glover, this moment, man, he's terrific in this scene.
Yep.
He's such a great actor,
And it's so, complicated. Like this person was shooting at him, but like he knows him. He knew this person since he was a boy.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what I love, getting ahead of it a little bit, is that we go to the funeral.
Yeah.
Because it's easy in an action film, even when it's a personal moment and it's tragic, but we kind of move on. Like we shoot the bad guys who are shooting at us, and sometimes it's hard, but we move on. But this allows it to be like, no. This was a human being. This is a tragedy.
Yeah.
And especially it directly affects, the Murtaugh family.
Yeah.
I like that the movie goes there.
Yeah.
I
think it's important, especially given the tensions of the time, but also that a character like Roger allows for that, to have that conversation. But there is a cost to all these pyrotechnics and bullets whizzing back and forth,
Yep. I mean, it's funny because I do love the John Wick movies.
Right.
And they do a good job of feeling a little bit otherworldly. So you're not thinking about it too much, the real life effects of everything. But sometimes I do think like, man, he just killed literally 300 people. You know what I mean? And those people like all had birthdays.
They had lives and hopes and dreams.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Yeah. And I think movies do a good job when John Wick, they do a good job of making me not think about that for the most part. Yeah. And then some movies, it is worth thinking about it.
That's right.
And I like that this is a story where it's worth thinking about. And I like that it sits in it for a while and lets the characters go through it. And we do not just watch Murtaugh, go through the sadness, but we go to the funeral and we see that kid's parents.
Yeah. I think we needed that moment,
Yeah.
This is a great moment for Raj right here, just grappling with it.
Yep.
But what's crazy is, from there, he basically disappears from the movie for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Did you see
that was very funny right there where Marilyn Trainer, she sneezes right on that guy and he's like, ugh.
Yes, I did think about it. She was probably showed up for like a day and did her 2 scenes. But it wouldn't be the Lethal Weapon without her.
That's what I'm saying. This is, we've talked about this before, but they keep talking about it, doing a 5th one, and above and beyond Richard Donner being gone, I'm like, so many other people are gone. I don't want to live in the world where those characters are dead.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So let's just not do it.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. I like this too. This is like, could be seen as some sort of like power move or something by Riggs, like, yeah, because stuff
she doesn't bat an eye though.
Exactly. Like bring her into the bathroom and she's like, whatever. She just goes right to the sink, washes her hands. Like,
by the way, the Kenneth Tiger who was just there, he's the bomb squad head in the second one.
Oh, that's funny.
So again, just little consistency from movie to movie.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that as a foil for Riggs, she's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Because literally, I mean, it's like from the first moment, you're like, okay, well, we just got to wait till they realize they're crazy about each other,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can stand toe-to-toe with him, and she's like tough and dishes it back. But I also love that they don't keep her in some sort of place where she just is always pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime he says something sweet, she's like, shut up, or something like that wouldn't feel fun. Later, he calls her honey and she's like, one moment, like they do. It's nice seeing that they both have affection for each other and they're both also tough and can stand on their own.
Yeah. Well, I think that after Patsy Kensit in the second one, it's kind of like I think as the audience, we need Riggs to be with somebody who can take care of herself.
Yes. Totally. Yeah. And that he would admire.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point too.
Yeah. Like she knows all the same things he does, and she's got moves he doesn't have that he's like, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a good plot, by the way.
I was literally just about to say this. I dig this story.
Yeah. Weapons that are supposed to be decommissioned, but then a dirty cop knows where they are and just takes them back. Basically.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the unfortunate thing, is that for whatever reason, Donner didn't want to dig too deep into Travis and his motivations, other than he's just he's an asshole who wants to be a rich asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a shame because I think the mechanics of the scheme are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah, maybe one more pass to plus that guy up a bit.
Yeah,
a little more memorable. Maybe just like one scene with him where we get to know him a little bit or something. I mean, you even think of Speed. Like I remember, he's his hand has
that's right,
been destroyed from his work, and he had to retire, and they gave him a crappy watch and not a lot of money, and he's pissed. That's a good memorable motivation for that guy.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, the truism abides that great villains plus up your heroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Totally.
And again, it's like, it's not like, I think Stuart Wilson is like totally fine. He does what's asked.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is he's sort of toiling in the shadow of some very memorable bad guys in the previous ones.
Yeah, I mean, you think of Diplomatic Immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like
right.
yeah, and you hate that guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remembered this. I remembered the dog.
And the nice thing is that we've already laid the pipe for why he's got dog biscuits on him.
I don't remember if I meant to bring it up. I don't know if I said it, but I love that runner too. It's just such a funny thing. And it feels so in character for him too. Like, okay, well, it's like a throwaway thing where Murtaugh's like, stop smoking cigarettes, have a dog biscuit instead. And then Riggs
he does.
like, yeah, all right. And they're like, huh, okay. And then in that next scene, he's walking out of their house, just holding the dog biscuit box, eating biscuits. Like, it's hilarious. And then, like you said, yeah, now he has the biscuits so he can get the security dog to lie down. And it's also in character for him, as crazy as he is. Like, he loves animals. He loves dogs.
That's right.
He could tame like an angry security dog.
What is that? A Doberman?
I mean, this
Rottweiler.
Mel Gibson is Mel Gibson, right? But like, He's so good at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just he can do the like menace in his eye kind of scary thing. Like, ooh, I'm a little worried about this guy. But he can also get on all fours and act like a puppy and have a twinkle in his eye too, you know?
That's our Riggs.
Yeah, that's Riggs. And, you know, whatever it is, it's Mel Gibson, you know? He was good at it.
That special charisma that he had at this particular moment in time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was riding from success to success, right?
Yep.
I mean, this is 92, and then he reteams with Donner in 94 for Maverick.
Maverick, I'd like to rewatch that.
Maverick's a good one. And then in 97, he reteams with him for Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah.
You know, and then, of course, Lethal 4 in 98. So, I mean, that was a very productive partnership for both of them.
Yeah.
In the middle there, he wins an Oscar, you know, for Braveheart.
That's right. Yeah. He's a good director, too.
So The Man with No Face, that must have been 93.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that was his directing debut.
I remember that, but I don't remember a thing about it.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Interestingly, though, you know, following Braveheart, he was interested in doing Good Will Hunting. And
interesting.
Can you imagine? And he would have played Sean.
Well, I can imagine.
I can imagine. I can see that existing.
I can see it.
But what a shame that would be is, I think, my point.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it absolutely worked out for the best. But, you wonder, it would be fun, you know, to visit like some alternate timeline, right? Where we get to see Back to the Future with Eric Stoltz and, you know, all these sorts of alternate reality versions of these movies that almost happened.
That would be the thing where we don't realize we're in an alternate reality until, you know, it's like was it in The Flash, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, Eric Stoltz season. And it's like, oh
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's really funny.
So after this movie ended up being a big success, the Warner Brothers honcho invited Joel Silver, Richard Donner, and Mel Gibson to dinner, with the goal being to give each of them a Range Rover.
Yeah, I was reading about this.
Right. And Richard Donner was like, well, I'm also he didn't know about this as far as I know, but he didn't know that they were going to give him the cars, or maybe he did, but he invites Rene Russo, Joe Pesci, and of course, Danny Glover. And so at the last minute, Warner Brothers had to scramble to get cars for them too.
Can you imagine? That's such a Hollywood story, isn't it?
It really is. And I was thinking about, you know, I can almost forgive the Rene Russo or Joe Pesci, but how would you not invite Danny Glover?
I had this. That was the first thought I had. How do you invite, those producers, the director, Mel Gibson, and not Danny Glover?
Right? Like, do you think
crazy.
the movie, like, that is so typically Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, I mean, I was thinking it's like, we're going to give them Range Rovers. And it's like, there's 7 more people coming. All right, some poor assistant needs to figure out how to get like 8 new Range Rovers by 7 p.m. tonight. You know, and have them over at Orso's or whatever, you know? Like,
is that the type of gigs that you got tasked with?
Oh, my God. Dude, literally, I got laid off at this one production company. And then just as a favor, one of their higher up people brought me on just to work for him for a little bit, just to keep me going. And I kid you not, I inherited this thing where they were supposed to give Andy McDowell a car.
Okay.
And so this is, someone calls me and it's like, hey, who are you? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm new on the desk. Like, we've been trying to get Andy McDowell this car. You know, it's been like a year.
Wow.
We need to figure this thing out. So I'm like, okay. And so I dealt with this for like 2 weeks and then basically I left and she still didn't have her car. And I have to imagine it's still ongoing.
Wow.
Yeah. But it made me think of that. I thought that was kind of.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
What's funny is that the one of the WB honchos, like when asked about this, like, yeah, well, we ended up spending, whatever, $300,000 getting these cars. He goes, but you know what it got us? Lethal Weapon 4. It's not wrong.
Sure. Yeah. That's man. I was going to say I'm in the wrong business, but I realize I am in that business. I'm just not in that corner of the business.
Yeah. the free Range Rover corner of the business.
Exactly. I'm the like free lunch maybe.
And you know what? Take it with gratitude.
Yeah.
Take that. Free lunch.
Hey, I will. This is kind of interesting too. So this whole business with the houses under construction, I guess that was another thing that they discovered, right? Like there was some housing tract or something that was put together and abandoned eventually.
Yeah.
So they were able to buy all this area and use it in the movie.
Yeah. I think the city was kind of hoping that they just knocked the whole thing down,
Mm-hmm.
Because it had become kind of an eyesore.
Yeah. It makes me think of E.T. at the end of that movie when the kids are on their bikes and they're driving through that neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
It's all dirt, and just wood frames and things like that. And it's just fascinating to think that people live in those homes now. They can be like, oh, yeah, like.
So funny.
All those years ago, those kids rode through this empty house,
It's amazing.
Kind of strange. This is kind of funny, right? So he's like exploring her place, and at her computer, she happens to love the Three Stooges too.
Yeah.
Is that a Mel Gibson thing, by the way? He's like obsessed with the Three Stooges, right? Did he bring that to the character?
Yes.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's watching the Stooges in the second one, I believe.
Right.
Or in the first one, excuse me, in the first one.
And didn't he produce a TV movie about them or something back in the day?
He did. It's the most depressing 90 minutes I've ever seen in my life.
Is it really?
Oh my God. I wanted to walk into traffic after it was done.
Is it just they're all tortured and sad and
Yeah, I mean the Stooges did not have great lives,
Okay.
I mean it's trying to pack in a lot, so it's like it has like a framing sequence of Mo in the whatever, like the 60s or 70s, and he's like working as like a studio runner. Like this is decades removed from his Stooges fame.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like looking back at, and then this is when they were on vaudeville, and then and then Shemp left, and then here's Curly died, and then Shemp died, and then you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. I know I've seen it. I remember watching it back in the day, but
Michael Chiklis was Curly.
Oh, that's perfect.
Good casting. Yeah, and he's good in it. Yeah.
She's got such a good energy here, right? Like again, you can imagine the person where like she's having fun.
Yeah.
Like toying with him. Right? Instead of just making her someone who's just really tough and doesn't put up with his crap. Like she doesn't put up with his crap when it's appropriate or when she doesn't want to, but she also toys with him and laughs and has fun. And their chemistry is just perfect right off the bat,
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and I like how it's homaging the foreplay between Quint and Hooper.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right before they started making out on
yeah.
on the Orca.
Pulled down his pants and was like, "Oh, you're not going to believe this one." Mako.
Farewell and adieu, he said. As he...
Yeah. And Dreyfuss was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
What I love here, by the way, is that Riggs is like mostly describing his injuries from the second movie.
Yeah. I read about it. I didn't think about it, but yeah, I like that. I like the continuity.
He got mostly shish kebabbed and whatnot in the third act of the second movie.
Yeah, because he's supposed to die.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, this is a move. Now check this one out and just pull your pants down.
You know what? I think that that would work for very few people.
Yes.
I think the only one it would work for is Mel Gibson circa 1992, and that's it.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
He's standing there in his briefs. He's just standing there,
I know, with his pants around his ankles.
How many men watched this movie and embarked on a very ill-advised expedition shortly after in hopes of replicating Riggs's journey?
I mean, that is something that's changed a lot in movies, isn't it? Like it used to be like it was sort of persistence paid off.
Yeah,
that was like the lesson you could possibly take away. And then it was like, no, you stop pushing. It's not really good. Most people don't want that.
Yeah, kind of the people are more aware of like the rapey vibes of some of these things, And I think honestly this does not play as that, and I think partially it's because Lorna is so self-possessed, and
that's what
she doesn't feel cajoled into it, I should say.
Agreed. And what I was trying to sort of say earlier, like she is enjoying this, and we can see that.
Yeah.
But then she like has questions it for a second, but no, she wants it too. And I just feel like this is executed so perfectly.
I agree.
So it doesn't get into that. He just kind of pushes her into it, and she just gives up or something. Like she wants it too. And I think they're just so right for each other.
Well, that's kind of the thing, right? Is that especially by movie 4, you realize, they're the real deal.
Yes.
This isn't a passing fancy. Yeah. Now I should mention there's a deleted scene.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up when you talked about him disappearing.
Yeah, it's in the extended edition, and I think it absolutely should have been included here. But we have Riggs at his trailer, and we get Jack McGee back from the second one, and he's building out that trailer into more of a house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rene comes to meet. Oh, and we see Sam, so we're like, okay, his dog.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still there, thank goodness,
Mm-hmm.
And
he's got the new dog too, right? They're watching TV together.
They're watching TV together, exactly. So Rene comes to see Riggs, and she's like, "Hey, we haven't heard from Dad, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's really weird because I think it's good in terms of Riggs' context, but also when he says Rene came to see me, well, why leave even a hint of ambiguity about why she came to see him?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's funny though. It does have remnants of that. Oh, is something going on between them?
Right.
Kind of thing. Cause she shows up, and then the contractor guy is even like, wait, are you guys like a thing? And he's like, buzz off. Instead of being like, no.
Right.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it or.
I think it's a good scene. It is available on the in the home video releases.
It's brief too, and I do miss it a little bit. It's not very long, and it's nice to see the Murtaugh family. Thinking about their dad, hoping he's okay, and then also reaching out to their extended family, Riggs, like, "Hey, can you go find Dad? We need." Yeah,
I mean,
help.
It's brief enough that I don't understand the decision to cut it.
Yeah,
but that all said, I like this scene a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Partially because it gives us a nice insight into Raj, but I think what it reveals about Riggs,
mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah, this is nice. It's so beautiful too.
Yes.
DeBont. I mean, the
just
light.
got that filmy look,
It's that filmy look, and it is nighttime, but it's still lit well.
Right.
Like everything is so dim these days. I don't know.
I mean, as we record this, that the trailer for that new Harry Potter television show, is like a week old, and I had that unconscious reaction seeing it, and then I saw that that's been echoed online, where it's just like, why does it look so like dour?
Yeah, so dimly lit. Missing any sort of I don't know,
verisimilitude.
Been drained of color.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like ever since House of Cards or something like that, when David Fincher made some of the first like prestige TV,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, "Oh, is that what it's supposed to look like?" And they copied his sort of like flat, dim veneer, kind of thing, like, which it works on certain things, and I do like the way that Fincher's movies look because they match his tone,
right?
But I don't think everything needs to have a Fincher tone.
That's right. And I think that, when you talk about DeBont and how he makes this look, and then obviously Speed, and the first 3 Die Hards,
mm-hmm.
they exist in a world that looks like ours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I think just even unconsciously, you accept it more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we'll be talking about Die Hard 4 shortly. You know, that there's something there's a slight phoniness to it, at least in my memory.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
there is a lot of gay panic in this movie, though. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I remember it in this moment. I was looking
Yeah.
away for like 2 seconds, and I do remember this. Yeah.
Because this, and then like earlier, you know, when Leo's like, don't let the earring fool you.
The earring, yeah. That's right.
There's a little bit of that, yeah. I mean, even in the fourth one, that stuff comes back.
Yeah. The fourth one, as much as I like the fourth one's got a lot of things that I'm like,
A lot of jokes about Chinese people and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things sometimes where I can be like, well, I know at the time, maybe it didn't. You know, you don't excuse it, but you're like, that's what a lot of people are doing. But like 4, it's just like, nah, this wasn't even like her.
Yeah,
there's no, I don't know, but. Like it's like, no, this was not okay.
Yeah.
I like the whole arc of this scene here. You know, where it's like a combative at first. Like, this is how strong their friendship is.
Right.
They can yell at each other and be angry at one another, but they're just going to throw each other into the water and make
and
up
laugh.
And laugh. Exactly.
Right.
Most
That's
importantly.
the key thing.
Yep. And it's just funny too, because there's like other authority figures showing up. You know, just like, what the hell are you two doing? You know, just in the water.
Like, wait, are you guys Riggs and Murtaugh? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But like they're the goofier, funnier, crazier authority figures, you know, and it's just the contrast or something, right?
Yeah,
is fun. Michael Jordan. This is sweet.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I remember my oldest, right around the time we saw this movie, you know, teaching him to shave for the first time, and just, you know, it's like those moments of your life, you know.
Yeah, that's sweet. I remember that. My dad teaching me to shave.
See, I taught myself.
Yeah,
I was like, I got this. And then I had like a bunch of like little bits of TP stuck to my face.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that, or have you ever done that in real life? It's such, to me, like a TV visual gag.
That was real. That was me.
Yeah. You know, I've used an electric shaver for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's just easier.
See,
it doesn't go as deep, you know, like or as clean, but.
You know, I'm at a point now where, that's a nice moment, you know?
Yeah, just seeing like a father and his like older son just being affectionate like that.
Being affectionate, hugging. You know,
nice.
And I think that stuff matters, you know?
Yeah, agreed. Anyway.
But just to tie a bow around my shaving story. I mean, at this point, my beard, I let it grow all the way out now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't use a razor anymore, you know?
Oh, even like underneath on the neck or anything?
I just use the electric.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then that's good enough.
Yeah.
It's freeing when you no longer care.
Yeah, sure.
You're like, this is it. It is what it is.
By the way, I watched this maybe like 2 or 3 nights ago, and this morning I was heading somewhere and I was whistling Boys to Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. Wow. And someone passed me in the stairwell, and I was like, I wonder if they're like, what a weird somber tune for that guy to be whistling down the stairs. But I realized it's because it was still in my head from watching this.
See, if that person was like Lethal Weapon 3.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing, yeah. At that point, you do the commentary with them.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to Kyle.
Yeah, that's right.
Figured he should be here. There's just so much going on in this scene. It is so... That's why these movies are so special. Because we get the shaving scene with the son.
Yep.
This is no action.
Yep.
This is all follow-up.
Yeah.
Emotionally. Character-wise, the things that have happened.
That's right.
You know, and then...
And the fact that Lorna is there too, I really liked.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And then her, I mean, I got to admit, even when I was watching it, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'd go up to the mom.
Right.
But he
got to.
He's got to.
Yeah.
You know, and she slaps him, and that you understand.
Right.
And everyone's doing what they have to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's this is something we talked about in the second film, right? When they find that all the drug stash, in the container, and it's got all the money.
Yeah.
And Raj is like, this handful here could put all my kids through college.
Mm-hmm.
And Riggs is like, just take it. It's drug money. Or he's like, just take it. He's like, no, it's drug money,
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about like just people who do the right thing just because it's the right thing.
Yep.
And that stuff matters because these are the characters that we look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to sort of model decency,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? I mean, it feels old-fashioned almost, right? Like everyone, we talk about this. There's different eras just reflecting how we're feeling in different moments and how characters behave. And, sometimes we have altruistic heroes. We have a Luke Skywalker.
Right.
And then sometimes we have anti-heroes, and they're a little gray.
Right.
But I don't know. I like in each story, it should be appropriate to the story. But there's just something I love watching in a movie like this where the people do the right thing, even when no one's looking. Like, those are the people I want to look up to. And
that stuff matters.
And watch Save the Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's part of the reason these movies did as well as they did,
Yeah. Yeah. I had something, two things, and then I was also like, I enjoyed this moment where Riggs is just so in awe of Lorna,
right?
Just like so in love, so smitten. It's so sweet. It's kind of interesting too, like fight choreography, charting that throughout the years,
right?
Like you have this choreography, but it's not necessarily like karate. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But it's like then you get to The Matrix and it's all that sort of wire work stuff. And then every movie after that, whether it made sense or not, had wire work. Right. Kung Fu, like Charlie's Angels. Yes, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, John Wick now is kind of that stylish, it's almost like a dance.
Right.
With guns, kind of a thing. And like this is like street fight / some karate kind of thing. And it's just always interesting, through the years.
It's a little more gritty.
Yeah. She's like grabbing the guy's balls and kicking him in the stomach. And,
that's what you got to do.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? But eventually it got more fanciful.
Right.
Which is fun too. But I don't know. Where are we going next, Zachy? What's it going to be?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Whatever the next big trend is.
Yeah. I think Murtaugh too. Her like whipping around like what? And he's like, hey, like kind of nervous. Oh, and this was another deleted scene, right? With them interrogating people. There's a bit more to that.
Right. That's right.
That cut felt good. It felt a little getting things moving along.
I agree. Yeah.
More of a montage of them.
Yeah. It really just the scene at the house with McGee and Rene. I would have kept that.
Mm-hmm.
This little bit here where Murphy's like, yeah, everybody hates you, but I'm gonna have lunch with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a little moment. I like it.
Yeah. That's funny. It's kind of a funny move, isn't it?
Yep.
Like just like having his head down. It's like he's playing like heads up 7-Up on a car, basically. Like, what are you doing, dude? And then he turns around and has a gun, like, oh. It is as suspicious as it looked.
I know. Like, how long was he waiting there? Did nobody else see him?
I know, exactly. Yeah.
See, we always the scenes where Riggs humiliates Raj. It's like every scene, every movie we get one.
We get one, exactly. Yeah. Now, I was just gonna say, just because I had the notes and I thought it was kind of interesting. So, I said earlier that Carrie Fisher was uncredited as a script doctor on this movie.
Yeah.
And I remember when I worked on the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, scripts would come in and they would have, even though they're not credited in the film officially, each screenwriter who had done a draft is listed on the title page of the script. And I remember seeing Carrie Fisher on that for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And I was
no kidding.
Whoa, cool.
Wow.
And so anyway, just out of curiosity, I looked up movies that she was uncredited as a script doctor. I mean, look at this. It's like Hook, Sister Act, Last Action Hero, So I Married an Axe Murderer, The River Wild, My Girl 2, The Wedding Singer, the Star Wars prequels, Scream 3, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I mean, she's prolific.
Yeah.
While remaining uncredited, Well,
that ghostwriting pays pretty well, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, we know how witty she is, right? I mean, she's written books that are very funny and done kind of like one-woman shows. And so it makes a lot of sense. She goes in and spiffs up dialogue and makes characters a little more dynamic.
Yeah, such a shame, It's like she's been gone 10 years now already.
Yeah, that is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for this woman a little bit.
A little bit, right?
Because like they're kind of allowing it to happen. On the other hand, he told her that he's married. Like I don't know what she's doing. It's funny. Like it adds like a fun energy in this moment, but I could see maybe cutting this in place of, maybe some of that connective stuff we were talking about.
Yeah, but then if we cut this, we don't get this other gay panic joke right here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Seriously, like, I mean, there's a lot of no homo stuff, right? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. He's like on his knees with the flowers. Oh. We have got to talk. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, Sarge, are you gay? You'd better come make an appointment.
Yeah, exactly.
With me, the psychiatrist. It's like
I do like that he walks away on his knees.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, instead of getting up, just walks away on his knees. Man, remember Danny Glover was in a Wes Anderson movie? The Royal Tenenbaums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Yeah.
I would love to see more Danny Glover.
Just in general.
Yeah. Certainly in Wes Anderson, but just in general, yeah. I feel like it's been a minute.
What was the movie where he played the president?
Oh, man.
It's like a...
Danny Glover.
Was it 2012?
Wow. Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
Good memory.
He was good in that.
I've said this before, but just as an anecdote, when I was working at the studio and the script for 2012 came in, I'd never seen this before. It used to be they would put the script on red paper.
Okay.
So you couldn't photocopy it. Like it would come out all, dark and be, a security measure. Okay. And with 2012, somehow they put it on this weird space age paper where you had to have like a decoder piece that you held over the page and moved down the page as you read so you could see the words. That's how top secret that script was, 2012.
See, my theory is that was actually that was their way of hypnotizing the people who read it into agreeing to be in it.
It was like the Riddler's box device in Batman Returns.
That's how John Cusack and Danny Glover and Amanda Peet and all them, that's how they ended up in that movie.
No. Use the decoder piece. John Cusack, I must be in 2012. Woody Harrelson, I must be in 2012.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me, to be honest.
That's really funny. But there you go, Danny Glover, 2012.
He was good in that movie. Yeah.
I don't remember a thing about it, except that they get on an arc at the end.
Yeah, but Danny Glover doesn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, I'm the president. I have to die. Or whatever he says. I don't remember exactly. Or something like that.
Danny Glover, I'd follow that guy anywhere.
He's like, the world is yours. I'm too old for this shit. And then the asteroid hits. Or I don't know what happens.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Who knows? Nobody knows. See, look at this tasteful lens flare, right? People started going nuts with it.
That's true.
Tasteful. This is tasteful lens flare. It's kind of nice bringing Kahan into the action here.
Yeah, they give Murphy a little more to do, which I like.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna keep making sequels, you got to get these people involved.
And he gets like one like heroic moment where he kicks that one sumbitch onto the electrified track.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should really know which rail that is. I shouldn't touch. I just feel like
it's the third one. Yeah.
Third rail. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I should. At some point in my life, I'm going to need to know that.
On the off chance that you end up in a subway confrontation.
You're right.
It's good to have that little detail stored there.
Yeah, I think so. That's like that meme where they talk about, everybody growing up, we thought that quicksand was going to be a much bigger deal in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to be afraid of, but never encountered it.
Quicksand, car bombs, and electrified third rails.
Yeah, dude, car bombs. That was such a thing in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Pelican Brief off the top of my head. But or Casino, that's another one. But yeah, like when you start a car and well, I guess
Mission
it's not like that
Impossible.
anymore.
First Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it was like a little fear in the back of my mind when my car, took a second to start. That's a pretty good memory. By the way, sorry, this is just random, but it does relate. I don't remember where it is. Oh, here we go. This poor rookie.
This guy, he's like, can we telegraph a little more that this red shirt?
I know. He's just so, I mean,
he's like, woohoo.
Yeah, he really is like, yippee. But I guess I think the point is, right, like the cost on both sides, like losing young people on the streets, losing young people. Like this is just bad all around. Right.
Right. Whether
like
they're cops or gang members.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I do like. I like in theory. I don't know that I don't know. Something about him, just because he is such like the plucky young rookie stereotype.
I think the fact that we get like one scene with him at the beginning and then this like makes it a little too obvious.
Yeah, like he should have had a little bit more business or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looks in this scene, even right here where he's running through the halls with him, he looks like someone who ran a radio contest to be in Lethal Weapon 3. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like
it's like, don't worry, but you get a great death scene.
Yeah, not that he's doing a bad job, but you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't feel like a part of the story naturally or something with them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if he had some sort of business or something, or looked up to Riggs, and there's like one scene of him wanting to be like Riggs, or
he should have been like what's that kid from the Matrix?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mouse or
no, not Mouse. From the sequels. What's his name?
Oh, that kid,
your favorite, your buddy.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I know you're a big fan of that guy.
I forgot. The problem is they cast the guy who looked too old.
Yeah, it was like what's that musical about that teenager?
Yeah, Evan Hansen. Yes,
that guy has Evan Hansen syndrome.
Yes, where he's supposed to be like 17 years old, but he's played by like a 34-year-old. Yeah, yeah. Look, but again, I'm going to say it. How beautiful is this?
Yep, there's that third rail. Look at that.
There's the third rail, which is pretty cool.
There goes Nick Chinland.
But just this, the neon lights and the flares and like this. I miss cinematography like this.
We didn't know how good we had it, Brian.
We really didn't.
We lived
really,
like kings.
Really didn't.
Damn hell ass kings.
Yeah.
This poor bastard. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, I know.
But he gets that great death scene. He's like, oh. And it's like, his buddies all showed up, his family for like the premiere.
The premiere, totally.
You're right.
I'm not going to make it, Riggs. And he's like looking at his mom like, huh? You know what? That's great. I'm happy for him now.
Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I don't know who has he done anything else? Do we know?
Actually, I'll look it up. I don't know.
Look up Officer Dead Meat.
This is a great, insane looking move with him with the guns at his hips, basically.
Yeah, man.
He's just running, just shooting.
That's how you do it.
Where is it? Come on up here.
Look, what's the character's name? Body Bag Jones. What's?
Wait, yeah, I gotta look. I just wanted to see the gun move. See, there you go. Another baby.
Yep.
We're losing all the babies. Now I'm thinking about it. Boys to Men again. They had a lot of like for bittersweet moments in your life. It's so hard to say goodbye and Into the Road.
Boys to Men. Certainly a soundtrack for that era.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember they sang Into the Road at my high school graduation.
Oh, was there a dry eye in the house?
Well, I don't remember. Isn't that funny? It's like one of the biggest moments of your life at that moment. And I'm like, I don't remember.
I do not remember much at all about my high school graduation. I don't even remember walking up on the stage, being honest. I'm assuming I did it.
Well, I do remember mine. Mine had like a lot of drama surrounding it with the students.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of epic. I'll try to make this very brief because
this is what people tune into a Lethal Weapon commentary track for, is your high school drama.
I know. I swear, out of respect for this film and everyone listening, I'll try to keep this to like a minute and change maybe. But basically, leading up to graduation, our class, even through junior high, see again the speed thing, right? The LA subway,
yep.
underground subway thing. We just were always the bad kids. Like we had a mural that we made in junior high that was like really offensive, and then they wouldn't let us hang it up. And we're the only year that didn't get to hang up a mural at the junior high school. And then at our senior trip, for some reason,
the mural?
I don't even remember. Like they were putting like white zombie demon things on it or something.
Okay.
And so, and then our senior trip, I didn't go. I don't remember. I think I went to a Cubs game instead with some friends. But like, it was a boat trip, and like a lot of the kids took the boat furniture and threw it off into the water. And
Good
so then
Lord.
they canceled the senior boat trip forever for any other grade.
Wow.
Yeah, we were terrible. And so, and I mean, I'm saying I didn't do it. But anyway, there are these kids. Oh, this is awesome. The motorcycle. We'll get to this. I swear to God. But basically, there are these kids that are like putting out these fake letters that look like the dean had written it, like he was having some sort of affair with the principal, and like all speaking of homophobic
Holy
stuff.
moly.
Yeah, and it was going around, and then someone trashed like the dean's yard and whatever. And then all this was happening. There was tension in the air. And then there's like a graduation during the day, where all the students get to be in the room and they read everybody's name out. And then at night with the parents, right? And then the one during the day, these kids blew up these beach balls, and they slapped a beach ball on accident right into one of the police officers, this woman who's there, like security, in her face. And embarrassed her in front of the whole gymnasium.
Oh my God.
And the principal was like, that's it. It's over. Like, go home. And we were like, what? And so everybody had to go home. And it got, really weird and contentious, and everyone was mad. And anyway, then that night, the kid who had written all the offensive letters and everything, the principal's like, I won't say the kid's name, but he was like, I'm going to make up a name, like Jimmy. It was like, Jimmy has something to say. And so he went up, and he was normally this cool, goofball class clown kid.
Real quick, by the way.
We got to talk about this.
This overhead shot where you see just all, I mean, this whole sequence, it's masterful.
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, Richard Donner, Jan de Bont, practical, car chase, motorcycle, action.
Yeah.
This is like the stuff we didn't know how good we had it.
Seriously. I mean, it holds, it's cut together so well. Everything flows together. It's not flashy. And yet it's masterful.
And another thing that I don't love, it's used to good effect in Saving Private Ryan, but it's that shutter speed trick that they do, and it gives it a stutter.
Yep.
And then everybody started doing it for everything, because I think they thought it made it feel more tense and kinetic and out of control. But I don't think it should be applied to everything. I think this
shot right here, look at this, the slow-mo where Riggs comes out and then the look on his face.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Isn't that like Lethal Weapon in a nutshell?
It absolutely is.
Like big, epic, heroic, awesome, and then
Yep.
And then this is an amazing stunt.
So at this point, he should be totally dead. Like,
by the way, I like when the motorcycle's going down, you can see the like cable that's supposed to be like invisible.
Yeah.
Which I say lovingly. Like It's so cool. Like that's how they used to do it. You know, it's kind of cool.
Look at this shot, right? Look at that. I love that.
That is stunning.
That's
and like
think of the planning, the zoom out, like the planning that goes into that.
Yeah, and it just gives you a feeling in your stomach.
Yep. And I do love how when Riggs gets out from under this shed, how it's like we have to check the box. Oh, we got to do the thing with the arm.
Yes, yes.
Right. Oh, we got to make sure that's in here. You know.
You know what I like too is it's not necessarily played for comedy. Like he's really upset, and the music is kind of tense.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that balance in these movies. You know, they're not just larks. Like there is real stakes and grimness and pain also.
Oh, I'm pissed, Roger. I'm pissed. Yeah. Anyway, you were talking about Jimmy.
Anyway,
let's put a bow around Jimmy.
I apologize. But anyway, the kid went up. He was in tears. He apologized. He's responsible for all the things that we were getting a lot of punishment for, and the kid apologized to the woman for smacking the beach ball in her face and whatever, and everybody, like, it was just this release. And like I remember a lot of people just feeling really emotional because we'd been through so much, and and so then the principal apologized to us for canceling the whole thing, and he's like, that was wrong and I'm really sorry and I can't take that back. And we're like, no, it's okay, we're and anyway, so I remember crossing the stage, and I didn't even know the principal. I had no relationship with him, but I remember like everybody not just shook his hand but kind of gave him a hug.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a very emotional night.
Man, all right.
So I do remember my high school graduation, actually.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And then about a month later, you went and watched Lethal Weapon 4.
That is true.
So this whole story might have been better saved for the fourth one.
Yes.
But we are where we are.
You know what's kind of a funny phenomenon? Like
this real quick, by the way. Just shooting bullets in the guy's tires. Man, that's just mean.
I know. They can be like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you move this a couple degrees in another direction, you're like, these guys are assholes. Right. I mean, they are, but you say it with a smile on your face.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, there's this funny phenomenon from like, you know, trailers that we'd see them all the time or commercials on TV, and you remember certain lines from them. Yeah. And I remember from this one, Car 54, where are you?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that from the ads from being a kid.
Yep.
Just funny how they embed in your brain. And even earlier when he's like, we're back.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say the fact that we don't have any voiceover dialogue while we see the overhead of the car.
I am so glad you said that, because it felt wrong.
It felt wrong. I was like, no, this ain't right.
I thought that the other night. It's like that helicopter shot overhead of them driving the car where you can't see them in the car, where they typically put some sort of ADR.
Exactly.
Of them being like, all right, so we got to head to the warehouse before midnight. Yeah, that's where they said the meals, the meat's going to go down.
You can imagine them in the edit bay, and they're like, son of a bitch. We got it. We got all the coverage. We got it.
But we do need to see them going there. It's like, yeah, but it's a helicopter shot. We don't even see them. It's like, well. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Did I use that correctly? I don't know.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. It's always something kind of fun, too, where you realize you're entering the third act and your heroes are arriving at the location and you're like, this is the place.
Yep.
Something crazy is going to go down at this
It's about
place.
to go down.
Yeah, so seeing all those houses that are just frames, you're like, I don't know what, but something nuts is going to happen here.
I like surprises. Yeah, I remember that from the trailer too.
Yeah.
That face that she makes.
Yeah. Oh, she did that funny face earlier too, the whole like cross-eyed thing where she's like,
yeah,
it's funny. You're like, oh, she's quirky.
She likes the Stooges. Come on.
Yeah. That'd be funny, actually, if this is how the rookie died, where they're like, oh, we got an idea. You drive the car into the thing and just, see if they notice. You be the diversion. We'll come in through the back. And then this is them going, oh no.
Oh no.
Just being ripped apart by bullets. Jimmy!
Now, Siskel and Ebert had very differing opinions about this movie.
I looked that up. Yeah, go ahead.
Gene Siskel was not a fan.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
He was not having it. And Roger Ebert, as tends to be the case, was like, well, it's not as good as the other ones, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I mean, obviously I agree with him, but yeah. I guess what was Siskel saying? It was kind of tired at this point, or like, I mean, he was talking about being bored, I thought, which I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, he was like, I'm sick of their banter. It's not funny. And just, I mean, and Roger was like, come on, dude, like,
right.
relax, you know?
Right.
And yeah, that's what Ebert said. Like, you know, it's the weakest of the three, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah. You're still spending time with friends, and that's a magic trick.
Yeah.
When you've created people that much fun where it's not even the best of the movies, but you still come back to it because you want to spend time with these people.
Yeah. Now, that said, my recollection is that Ebert was not a fan of the fourth one.
I can appreciate that, honestly. I enjoy it for the reasons I just said, but I can appreciate that it's easily the loosest.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think by the time they got to movie 4, I mean, what I remember very distinctly is that the deal came together very quickly, because obviously it all hinged on Mel Gibson.
Sure. And
as long as he was a no, there was no movie. Once he became a yes, very quickly everybody else's deals had to be made. And it was like they had a locked, release date. And so they were just sort of, you can tell. I mean, they were Curb Your Enthusiasming that movie.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. And like riffing from an outline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I think it helps that you had such all these actors had such a history with these characters that they were very comfortable doing that.
Right.
This sequence is pretty fun. It's a clever way of doing something with some visual interest, where you've got the trail of gasoline, and then
Yeah. Basically, he like siphoned gas, or at least got it to start coming out of a hose from a truck. And as it's spilling out, he's driving through all the frames of the homes and torching all of them. Yeah, I agree. It's very clever and visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's so happy.
I know.
There's a man who loves his work,
Right.
In that vein, I think I grew up assuming I would spend a lot more of my adult life siphoning gasoline based on that.
Yeah, that's another thing where, like, for some reason in my mind, I think like, oh, I'm not looking forward to doing that. I don't know why I would think that.
That's right.
But I got to imagine that's disgusting.
I would think,
Yeah, or at least I would try to take my mouth off the hose before it came out. It's so gross. I mean, maybe that's the thing that you do in the movie just to sell what's happening, is you got to get a little bit in their mouth so they can spit it out and go,
Exxon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't know. Anybody know what that is now?
Look at that, man. That's a real dude on fire.
Dude, that is
masterful stunt work.
Yeah. Bad guy.
The nice thing here, first of all, it's a nice moment of tenderness for Riggs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just as importantly, he really gets to go ape shit on Travis now.
Yeah.
I think it makes their final fight a real, something in the vein of with Joshua and Adolf.
Yep. And we're with him. We're going to be okay with anything he does because he just took his love away.
That's right.
Supposedly. I was reading about this. I thought it was kind of interesting. In any movie like this where they have fire, I mean, this is something where you have to yell cut and then start over again. Like, how do you control this? Right. And so they were saying, what I was reading, they found this place, right? It already existed, but then they had to bring their crew in and make this EPA friendly So they had to strip all insulation out, wiring, plumbing, anything that had been there.
Yeah.
So make burning this safe. But then they had to put like fire retardant on the houses and put in propane gas lines. So they're creating their own, they're making them fireproof and then creating their own seemingly out of control flames that they can manipulate and start over with. And,
okay.
Which still, I mean, it doesn't look that way, right? Like it looks like a wild raging fire. It's pretty amazing.
Well, part of that is the cutting, obviously.
Totally.
And part of that's just the craft.
Yeah. Yeah. Talented craftsman, for sure.
I like here how we come full circle with the cop killer bullets.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that's a good storytelling feint.
Totally. Very clever. Yeah. Got him coming, lumbering forward in the tractor. But the bullet, what is it? What would you call that? The digger piece up front is obscuring the bad guy. But put the cop killers in. It goes through.
That's not a bulldozer, right?
I don't know. I feel like I should. I probably knew when I was 8. I probably knew all the trucks. And then somewhere along the way, I lost that little piece of me.
The light of innocence went out of your eyes.
Yeah. And then I knew what war was.
I should say the other day when I was watching this, I was watching it. My daughter, she just turned 9. We're watching it together. And then Amina comes home. She's like, "Are you watching this with her?" And I'm like, it doesn't even occur to me. I'm like,
yeah.
This is what happens when you've got 6 of these people.
6 of these people.
It's a violent world. She should know.
Yeah, right. Siphoning gas. She's got to learn.
Literally, she was like, "What happened to Lorna?" So she was watching. She was paying attention.
2 bulletproof vests. Don't forget.
I know.
These are lessons. Honey, come on.
It's funny because I watched these with my oldest for the first time. Gosh, must have been 6 years ago. It was when Richard Donner died. So I mean, he was like 13. And it's just weird how like the bar keeps getting lower for how old these kids need to be before they watch R.
Right.
At this point, I'm like, look, she's heard the F-bomb so many times that I think it's a minor miracle she's not cussing all the time.
Yeah. I don't know what to compare him to off the top of my head, but I mean, these are justifiably R-rated movies.
Yeah.
But they don't feel like excessive or
I don't think so.
They don't like celebrate violence.
I think that certainly of the 4, the first 2 are very
harder
much
edged.
are. Yeah. In terms of violence and profanity.
Sure.
And as you said, I mean, each of them earns their R rating, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's a threshold for these things, I mean, this isn't Faces of Death or something,
Faces of Death. Did you see they're remaking that, by the way?
I saw that. It came across my feed. I was like, wait, is this a remake of that thing that scarred me when I was like 7?
But it doesn't even make sense because that was like found footage, in quotes, I say.
Yeah. Apparently, this is like a Blair Witch 2 situation where it's like somebody in the movie is trying to remake Faces of Death.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's how I respond to most things these days.
Right now.
What are you going to do? Shrug emoji.
I mean, come on. This is gorgeous 90s filmmaking right there.
That's great. Yeah.
The flaming houses, that little lens flare, the helicopter in slow-mo. Take me back, Zachy.
I wish I could, my friend.
Take me back.
Now, if I'm lying in the tub like that, ain't nobody better come in there.
I know. I mean, that's the first one also, right? Like,
first one too. Yep. You leave me alone.
In all my years, I've never come around to this as a concept.
Yeah.
The whole family, like, hey, Dad's taking a bath. Let's storm in there.
Let's storm in. Let's cover his privates and put a cake there.
I did appreciate, she threw the little washcloth down.
Yeah, still not okay.
No, I agree. But no, honey, I can't retire.
See, I think what would have been really dark / funny is he makes this decision, and then we cut to everyone is at Roger's funeral. 5 days later.
Hard cut. It's so hard to say goodbye. And then his wife is slapping Riggs.
No, Riggs is slapping her. He's like, how could you let him, why would you let him go back?
Yeah, you're supposed to stop him. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. So I remember in the second one, it begins with like the Looney Tunes music, the kind of dun, 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 dun,
That's right.
which is funny. Like they're adding that sort of cartoonish mania to the mix. And in this one, there's that moment, I think it's after the freeway thing. I don't remember the specific moment, but something goes wrong and the music goes wah, 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 wah. Which I was like, I love that Donner is like so bold. Because like the rest of the movie isn't like that.
That's really funny.
But that's part of the DNA of these movies.
I think so. The one thing you have to give Donner credit for is he really knew what made them work.
Yes.
And, he made 4 movies. Every single one of them was a success for Warner Brothers in this series,
Mm-hmm.
And he, gosh, up until he died, he was hell-bent on coming back and doing another one.
And you can understand why.
I wish he would have had the chance when he was alive. Absolutely.
I know. He's good at them, and clearly they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember after 4, he's like, I got 5 and 6 ready to go,
Wow.
But yeah.
Leo's in there. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is you and I have said, like, at this point, it's been long enough. Let's let sleeping dogs lie,
For sure. I can imagine that meeting where they were like, where can we fit Leo into this story?
Right.
And they found I think this works. And then they got to this bathtub scene and they're like, what would be funny? What if Leo was in this scene too? This is sweet.
So in the first one, he's turning how old?
40 or something. Or 40. No, Danny Glover is like 40 or 41. I don't know how old the character is supposed to be. Oh yeah, I get a little more of this.
Yeah.
Well, I should say, people aren't watching along. We see Riggs kissing Rene, and there's still a little bit of, wait, is there something going on between the two of them?
Right.
Okay, wait. How old is Murtaugh?
So Murtaugh turns 50 in the first one.
Okay. Wow. Can you imagine like playing 10 years older than you look 50? Like, oh,
yeah,
gee,
right.
Gee, thanks.
So this is 5 years later.
Okay.
So he's 55. So he and then he has 10 more years. Okay.
All right.
See, by the time we get to movie 4, that's where now Riggs is getting too old for this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the old men in the locker room.
Both of them are the
together.
old men. Yeah.
By the way, so this was a street at the Warner Brothers lot, not the main lot.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up.
Extension lot. And Clark Griswold's house from Christmas Vacation is like right next door to it.
Yeah.
Just about. And I had a pitch meeting over there with Sean, the former co-host Sean Coyle, and we walked over there and took pictures on the street, and it was amazing. And they have since torn it down. And now it's...
Yes, you mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, stages and office buildings and stuff. So it's sad to think the street doesn't exist anymore. But it looks good, right? It looks like a real suburban street.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Anywhere USA.
Wow, look at this. Another Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. I'm always going to be happy going back to these.
I know. It's just, it like you said, it's a happy place.
Mm-hmm. Shane Black. Man, that's the trick, right? Write a script, come up with these characters. You don't even have to write the sequels, but you created the characters, so you're always going to get credited. You're always going to get paid.
Yeah, I think, the Rush Hour, kind of a similar deal.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Man, Buddy Cop. It's been a minute, huh?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, when's the last time we've had that?
Oh, man. Well, I'm speaking of, that's what I was talking about, Sucker Punch, working on that years ago with Sean. And it had been a minute. And so it was like a loving homage to those sorts of things, like a little knowing
Right.
You know, so like not a parody, but it knew what it was and had fun with the genre. And we felt like it was a moment because there hadn't been anything like that in so long. We went around, some studio acquired it, but then that company went out of business and it just all fell apart. And I kid you not, like a year or two later, there was The Other Guys, Cop Out. There was like a show with Colin Hanks and like Bradley Whitford.
Whitford, yeah.
Yeah, on Fox. I mean, it was like insult to injury.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we were right there, right before that moment. And then that moment it was in the air, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe we're due again.
By the way, I like this Elton John song over the credits.
Actually, as I was listening, I was like, is this Elton John?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Eric Clapton doing backups music on it. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing the obvious. Like there must be some kind of successful buddy cop thing between Rush Hour 3 and now.
I mean, 21 Jump Street, maybe.
That's probably the closest we've gotten, right? But I mean, just something straight, like something that's meant to be taken seriously. Even that is like 21 Jump Street is like a comedy franchise.
It was kind of what we were hoping to do, where it was like aware of the tropes,
right?
And didn't like it wasn't winking necessarily. I mean, sometimes it was, but it was having fun with them.
Yeah,
you know.
So
you're right.
Well, let me ask you about this movie. So you mentioned that Lethal 4 is the first one you saw in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
When did you watch this one for the first time?
3, I don't know. 1 and 2, I probably saw in like WGN on a weekend or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. What was your order with these?
Oh, so my brother and I, we used to rent movies from the library. I think I've told this story before, but he did like one week after the other, we did Mad Max 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, hey, let's do the Lethal Weapon movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was 93. You know, by then there were 3 of these. So I just inhaled them all within the span of 3 weeks. You know.
Oh wow. So
it was like perfectly set up for the 4th one when it came out. You know.
Oh, that's perfect. So yeah, I was surprised. I was just letting the credits roll the other night, and I'd forgotten there was something after the credits.
How funny. So this is where we get our overhead shot with voiceover.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So this is St. Petersburg, Florida.
Actually, that's really funny. You got all those road horse things blocking the windows of that car, so you can't see that it's not them inside.
Pretty smart.
That's pretty clever.
See, again, there's a mad bomber on the loose.
Yes.
And the movie is just like, that's hilarious. That he remains uncaught as buildings are falling left, right, and center.
That's right. But yeah, that's like a heck of a stunt to put at the end of your movie.
I know.
When people, at a time when they were not conditioned to stick around.
Yep, exactly.
You know, that was probably something just the kids cleaning up the theater saw.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, there's a little treat waiting for people decades later if they happen to miss it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that wraps up our jaunt through Lethal Weapon 3, Brian.
Oh, that was great. I always look forward to this.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I will never be too old for this shit.
No, never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe in a couple of years we can hop back in and celebrate the 30th anniversary of Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh man, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
It's a coming.
It's a coming.
Hey, but thank you everybody for listening to us talk through this movie. Tell us your thoughts on Lethal Weapon 3, or tell us your thoughts on our thoughts on Lethal Weapon 3. You can email us at moviefilmpodcast@gmail.com. You can also hit like on our Facebook page, facebook.com/moviefilmpodcast, and message us there. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment, because we do read those on the show. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please leave a star rating, leave a review, because every little bit helps. Hey, speaking of helping, we also have a Patreon page, Brian.
We do. And by the way, I was just thinking, you were saying people emailing in with their comments on our commentary, and I was picturing people being like, so what happened to that boy who apologized to everyone at the graduation? I'm like, oh, yeah, well.
What did happen to Jimmy?
I don't know. I might dig into that later. But anyway, speaking of the Patreon page, yes, if you head over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast, hit subscribe for only $5 a month. You'll find every commentary we've ever done and every episode moving forward absolutely ad-free. And in addition to that, you will also find bonus conversations that we drop over there from time to time, typically about twice a month, things that just didn't fit into the show, but that were a lot of fun to talk about and that we want to share. Our free feed will always be available, but this is our way of providing what we believe is the most satisfying way to enjoy the show. No ads or interruptions, butting into the conversation, especially if you're trying to watch a commentary along with the movie. Plus, your subscription goes a long way in helping to support us and helping to sustain producing the show. So if you're interested in Able, please head over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast and subscribe. We'd be very grateful.
There we go. And with that, on behalf of my partner Brian Hall, my name is Zaki Hassan. This has been our movie film commentary track for Lethal Weapon 3. Catch you next time. Thanks, everybody.